Today, I wanted to do a bit of an update. How did my surgery go when I have anxiety? I was completely by myself. I did not have anyone go with me. And I also want to pick up the conversation a little bit from last week. So I actually have tea today, which is way too hot to drink, but I am wearing the finished sweater. So take that, anxiety. um, it was difficult. I I really did not want to go. Someone else dropped me off at the hotel. If you need to go back and look at last week's um, coffee chat, and obviously I had no problem once I got there. Um, did I have trouble sleeping? Yes and no. I fell asleep very quickly and um sorry, the new kitten has she's being a bit of a pain today. Anyway, um but then I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep and one of my other kids called me and said that their cat had died in the middle of the night and there was a lot of stuff to track and go on and I felt completely helpless because there was nothing I could do about it. And then I then in the morning, um they actually woke me up before my alarm. So I did not oversleep, but I had to walk 2 blocks to the hospital. Now, I had my big lumpectomy and reconstruction surgery and everything at that same hospital in 2017. And I don't remember any of it. I did not remember where to go when I walked in. I did not remember anything about them wanting to lock anything up. My sister was with me then, though. But like they took my phone, they took my watch, they took my wallet and put it in the safe. And then I had my overnight bag and stuff with me, which then went in a locker before I went into the surgical room. And it was like the last one, because this is a very rare condition. This was a teaching hospital. I had a resident who was present and a student. So I'm assuming that they recorded it as well. Um, and they put a nausea patch behind my ear. So I am so thankful I did not throw up for an hour and a half when I got to recovery. That was very nice. But I was by myself in recovery and everything too. And then somebody came and picked me up later. So it was difficult to do that with my level of anxiety. I had to track everything myself. Um, and Uh, and then you're sitting there for a while, just having to listen in on other people's conversations because they took my phone and I had nothing to read. Uh, so it's been interesting teaching after that because um, the uh, anesthesia, my brain keeps shutting off partway through. But that brings me around since the quarter or the semester, whatever your school uses, is over for higher ed. Thinking back to last week when I was talking about how do I get all positive reviews? I discussed that. You guys can go back. I will try to link that one in the comments. And you can see, don't do that. You can see the techniques that I use to do that. How successful have those been this year? I've had a couple of students who just totally, completely forgot how to do APA formatting on their references or their paper. I have had two students who've suddenly tried to submit things in MLA format when I am teaching an APA formatting course, right? I've had students who've tried to post hyperlinks instead of the actual URL. And I just want to take a minute to talk to you. If you teach a different subject other than English, please, please help the rest of us out who are actually teaching the APA formatting. If they have not had, like my class, before they have yours, you need to ask these conversations. And of your students, ask them if they have had it. You need to make sure their citations are pristine. The president of Harvard, between 6 and 8 months ago, got fired because what she submitted for publication did not have her references properly formatted, and she got a plagiarism strike. You have got to make sure, unless you are teaching a communications class where you're teaching students how to do a blog, they have got to be in proper citation format. Do not let them skip out. You need to be a stickler on this by the time they get to the end of your course. It's just, there's no bones about it. Otherwise, you're leaving it up to us to, and the students are like, well, my other professor never said anything. Okay. You may have, and they may not have gotten it. Please be more emphatic on why we do those citations. I have an entire tutorial here that I go over with my students. I will try to link that one in the comments also, where I talk about why you have to do your citations that strictly. They got updated. The APA 7th edition got updated on how you write your references in November of 2023. If you are not aware of that, please go take a look at that and find out how those have been updated. How do I know? Because I am getting a master's degree, a Master of Science in Global Technology and Development. I see it in my own classes, the changes to how the citations are having to be done in real time. And I realize not everyone is taking another graduate class, but please take a look at this stuff. Share that with your students if you need to. I have that tutorial where you can share that with your students. You can play it in class, you can stick it in your Canvas module. I have that one set for embedding, so you can include it in your Canvas module. Make sure your students are doing their citations correctly. Plagiarism is a career ending move, and we have got to support our students and make sure that they don't do that, that they are taught correctly. That is our responsibility as educators. It is not up to the student to guess. And with that, I am going to leave you guys for this week, and I will hopefully have a tutorial prepared this week on Friday, not on Thursday, because I have my post-surgical checkup. So until then, Donna.go